Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review The Fertile Crescent. This is a game that you can find on Steam's Early Access program for about 15 bucks. I stress early access, that means everything that you're about to see here is most definitely subject to change, and of course that includes my opinion of the game as it stands right now. So what is The Fertile Crescent? Well, this is a very bare bones real-time strategy game. If you've ever played old school Age of Empires, then you'll be somewhat familiar with how everything looks. Now, granted, this game has sort of elevated the original Age of Empires and other classic RTS games like StarCraft and Warcraft in the sense that you can select a lot of different units. There are some quality of life upgrades when you compare this game to those games. That being said, this game offers a lot less than your average real-time strategy that has been made today. So, yes, there's improvements here compared to some of those old school RTS games, but it does not offer as much as the newer RTS games. So what can you do in this game? Well, there's a skirmish mode. First there's single player and multiplayer. In single player, there's a skirmish mode and a horde mode. Horde mode is like survive as long as possible kind of thing. Single player is just that skirmish, it's just 1v1. I wasn't able to adjust anything. It was just very basic and bare bones, unfortunately. I wish I could have chosen some other settings, but it's just a randomly generated map, one computer opponent. I couldn't even choose my color. That's kind of sucky. Now, there is an in-development mode that I can't see, so hopefully they add more options in the future, but if you're looking for customization options here, you're not going to find it. Once you actually get into the game, you will find some cool ideas. For example, different parts of the land has different fertility, so when you put a farm down, it'll be great on the darker green areas. You can put clay pits down in spaces that are blue. So there is a little bit of strategy in where you put things. In other real-time strategy games, typically you can put farms anywhere. You can just surround your granary with it, and, that serves as a drop-off point. Speaking of granary, yes, there are drop-off points in this game for your resources that are like wood. You've got wood, metal, food, and I think that was it. Metal is like stone in this game. But yeah, and clay is another one. But there's no other like major resources to worry about. There's not even gold or anything like that in this game. I see gold mines in almost every RTS game I play. Not in this one, which is kind of strange. But even on the easy difficulty setting, your general experience is going to be out-military the computer, because it will, even on easy, it will just spam military units at you as quickly as possible, and it's your job to keep up with your food demands and make sure that you're producing enough military to defend against the attacks. Even on easy, it was quite daunting. I would have preferred more time on easy to get used to the game, but I did manage to beat the AI eventually. The food system in this game is a little different. Not only do you build dwellings to increase your population cap, but there's also a food meter, and so as long as you're producing enough food, you're fine, but the more people you have, the more food you consume per minute, second, whatever it is. And if your people starve, they'll revolt. So there is a ticking clock there to keep up with your food, which is kind of cool. I like that idea. And if you have an excess of food, then your knowledge points, which automatically generate over time, will be increased. So if you can keep your people well fed, your knowledge points will increase even faster, and you can start unlocking things via a very basic tech tree. And I stress very basic tech tree. It's just like 5 things that you can pick in the economy thing and 5 things that you can pick in the military tree. And then when you build the palace, you're given a couple of more options, like another 5 for each category. Building a palace is the way to upgrade. There's no like level 2 town hall. Like there's no way to upgrade buildings in this. It's just build the palace and you can build the rest of your stuff. Certain techs will open up like the battering ram unit or swordsman unit, but primarily, the upgrade system is just kind of wimpy. There is like a blacksmith of sorts where you can upgrade units, but again, there's only like 4 upgrades for that. Age of Empires 2, 3, and 4 offer way more content than what you're getting here. In fact, if I were to recommend a game over this, I would say go with Age of Mythology. It's got a similar vibe, but there's a lot more options. There's different factions and all sorts of stuff. So yes, I don't want to I don't want to discourage people from buying another basic pixelated RTS game, but I just have to warn you, if you're a seasoned RTS vet and you're used to Age of Mythology and Age of Empires and you're used to the plethora of options that you have there, then you're going to be disappointed by this title. This is basic and bare bones, and I'm just not going to come back to it, to be honest with you. There are other choices out there that give me that pixelated feeling, but still give me enough, crunch to where I can be satisfied with what I'm doing. This game just did not satisfy me. It just didn't have enough to it, to be honest with you. So I'm not coming back to it, but hey, if you like what you see here, go check it out. Steam's early access program, $15. If you guys haven't already, subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.